On March 2026, Brian and Marissa headed into the coastal mountains of Washington for a new adventure. They called the series Explore, Camp, Repeat.
Hello and welcome back to our channel. I'm Marissa.
I'm Brian.
And today we are starting a new camping series. Explore, Camp, Repeat in... where?
Coastal mountains of Washington now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've never explored up here. Always wanted to.
We're gonna bite the bullet because some people that try to camp on the coastal mountains, we always run into gates.
Yes.
Logging is just huge in this area, all north and all the way south through Tillamook and everywhere. So
we have like anytime we've tried to explore, it's like gate, and we're like, whatever.
But
we're trying it again.
The search took them deep into the wilderness. They passed hidden lakes and abandoned rock pits, feeling the humidity rise as they climbed. Eventually, they found a spot by the water. It was beautiful, lonely, and silent.
We're camping here. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
She said she's the boss. So we're doing it.
I'm not the boss.
Let's get set up.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. What seems... Don't get my butt cracked.
Nature seemed to welcome them at first. Otters played in the lake while the sun began to dip behind the tree line, but a shadow hung over the beauty. Earlier that day, Marissa had spotted a large brown feline, a cougar, darting off the road just miles away.
Kitty cat. Earlier, not here, but...
Yeah, when we were that way, I saw pretty sure it was a feline. Because it was brown.
Big.
It was big and brown, and I saw...
its tail end?
Yeah, the last half of it, and it was big, and it darted off the road. I think that was a big cougar.
Oh, boy.
The stars came out, and they sat down for a steak dinner. The air turned cold. That's when the forest started talking. A loud, sharp crack echoed from the darkness nearby. Then another.
Oh, did you hear that over there? I heard a crack over there. Did you hear it? I thought I heard something too. Again. Interesting. Heard a crack over there.
I feel like we're like ghost hunting, except for in the forest.
Right?
Are you go up in the tent yet?
It's 8:30. Oh, jeez.
All right, we made it to after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we did.
It's almost like 10:30. It's crazy. All right.
Good night.
We've gotten all packed up, so not a lot to do in the morning, which will be nice because it's supposed to be dumping. So, all right, we'll see you in the AM.
See ya.
Bye.
This guy has just pulled up right next to the car.
They retreated to their rooftop tent and tried to sleep. It was 12:30 a.m. when the peace was shattered. Headlights suddenly blinded them as a car came barreling into their campsite at high speed. It didn't slow down, it ran right over their equipment.
This guy has just pulled up right next to the car.
The strangers got out and began prowling around the vehicle in the dead of night. Brian looked down the road and saw a second car sitting in the dark, watching. Adrenaline took over. They didn't ask questions. They threw their gear into the truck and fled into the night.
Packing up in the dark. It's about midnight. Yeah, if you're ever in a situation where you don't feel safe, just leave. It is way better to leave and feel safe than to have something happen and you could have done something about it. So unfortunately, that's the situation we're in, and it sucks, but better be safe than sorry. Kind of glad we pre-prepped for morning. See, everything happens for a reason.
The drive home was silent and heavy. They had sought isolation, and they found it, along with the realization of how vulnerable they truly were. One viewer was so unsettled by the late-night intrusion and commented, "This is why I am always armed when I camp." YouTuber Jar Bear from Exploring with Bears hiked deep into the heart of the Smoky Mountains, a place where the trees hold more than just shadows. He came seeking the wood booger, the Appalachian Bigfoot, despite the local warnings to stay away after dark.
Now, depending on who you're talking to here in the Appalachian Mountains, they don't refer to them. Oh, that scared me. Oh, I thought a snake was crawling up my leg just now. Whoo! Anyway. They don't refer to Bigfoot as Bigfoot. They call him the wood booger. So tonight, I will be here alone, pitching a tent deep in the Appalachian Mountains and seeing if we can't capture the sound, smell, or sight of the wood booger for ourselves, aka Bigfoot, my boy. Now we can't forget.
The rules here are ancient and strict. Do not whistle. Do not make eye contact with the brush, and ignore the mimics that imitate loved ones to lure you into the dark.
Man, I just thought of something else. There's also feral people living in the Appalachian Mountains. Man, tonight's gonna be freaking terrifying. Oh, maybe down there'd be a spot to put a tent. Maybe it's a little flatter. It's so inclined. This whole thing's inclined. Oh boy. Man, that's beautiful though, guys. Look at that. Well,
he pitched his tent on an abandoned logging road, a bare superhighway in a region with the highest concentration of predators in the country. As the sun dipped, the mountain began to speak.
To get a whoop echoing back. That was a knock. That sounded like a knock. That was another knock. Shh, shh. No frickin' way, man. 100%. You guys just heard that knock. 100%. It's been a while since I've knocked. That was right after I did a whoop. I just whooped. Holy smokies. Whew. Okay. That was pretty frick.
That's when it happened. Jar Bear broke the cardinal rule and whistled into the void. Immediately a heavy wood knock echoed back, followed by a guttural growl that vibrated through his chest.
Of Appalachia. Good idea or bad idea?
how pretty that mountain is all lit up. That was a whistle? I just heard a whistle. That was pretty far off, but that was a whistle. Something just growled down there.
The forest grew predatory. A voice from the blackness cried out a chilling plea, help. It repeated, sounding human but feeling hollow, the unmistakable calling of a mimic.
No frickin' way. Oh, there it was. It said it again. Oh. No way, man. No frickin' way. Did you hear that? These mountains are ridiculous. That said help. Oh, that's crazy.
Retreating to his tent, the terror peaked. Claws began scratching the fabric inches from his head, while a massive presence paced outside, breathing heavily in the rain.
It's scratching. It's scratching. It's scratching the ground. Oh no, no frickin' way, man. That was a growl. Oh. It just growled. It's growling. That was a growl. I'm literally about to crap my pants. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done this. Whew. Hey bear. I don't know what it is. Is it?
On a cold October night, the YouTuber from Novice Wild Camper ventured into a nameless stretch of woods for a stealth hammock camp. He sought isolation, but he found something far more disturbing.
I'm going to hang up between these two trees here. They're nice and green. There's been a few deadfall. Thought I could hear someone then. Looks as good a spot as any. There are a couple of houses, probably about 300 yards away, which I don't think own this woodland because it's got open access from the side roads. There's no signage up.
The woods were deceptively quiet at first. He picked a spot between two green trees just 300 yards from the nearest houses, hoping for a peaceful night.
So I'm keeping my voice low because I'm sure there's some people around here keeping some weird noises and not just crunches and cracks, but weird vocal noises as well. Anyway, so this is the I3E.
But the forest wasn't empty. As darkness fell, he began hearing vocalizations that didn't sound like any local animal. Cracks and crunches that felt intentional.
On this, I'm actually sitting back in my car now. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. it was forecast to be dry all night long, and 3 o'clock it just started hammering it down with rain. That's not the issue. I sort of fell asleep to the sound of chestnuts crashing through the trees and hitting the deck, and it's the same sound every time, sort of crunch, 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 thump. After the rain started,
By 4 a.m., the fear became too much. He fled to his car after something began circling his hammock, pausing every time he moved but never running away.
it hits the ground and bounces, and I jumped up, unzipped it, put my torch on, and there's a rock on the floor that wasn't there when I went to bed. And I lay back down, and I'm just laying there listening. Then another one. And then another one. This went on 3 or 4 times at least. And then a large branch. There was no crack. There wasn't like a crack and then a crash. Just a large branch hit my tarp. It bounced.
Then the physical attack started. Large rocks thudded onto the ground around him, followed by a massive branch slammed onto his tarp. There was no wind.
I got back here and I'm standing here, and then suddenly the tree next to me just crashes, like, you know, like if a bird suddenly flew out of it, like it was startled. And the bushes are all shaking and it's crashing, but there's nothing in it. There's nothing there.
Returning at sunrise to pack his gear, the woods felt even more sinister. Bushes shook violently and trees crashed nearby, yet the forest remained empty of life.
I said, "What do you mean?" And he just laughed and he went, "You know what I mean." I walked off. And I'm like, yeah, this is just...
As he reached his car, a local passerby stopped him. "You're brave," the man said with a hollow laugh. "No one has ever lasted the night in there." One viewer found it chilling and commented, "Little laugh, you know what I mean." And he walked off. "Gives me chills." YouTuber Adam from the channel Adam Eater was pushing deep into a part of the wilderness that had been inaccessible for decades. He drove 15 miles down a freshly cut logging trail until the road simply vanished. Beyond this point, there were no trails, only miles of swamp and dense, suffocating brush.
All right, I think we officially hit the end of the logging road here. That's about where it stops. So let's get our car parked in a good spot here, and then we'll pack up get packed up and get hiking.
Adam navigated using a topographical map, staying on high ridges to avoid the marshland. The canopy was so thick it swallowed the light, making it nearly impossible to get a clear bearing.
Just make that loop. But just to kind of show you guys how thick it is, I mean, it's really, really thick.
That's when the silence broke. 30 yards ahead, a massive black bear emerged from a pine grove. Instead of running, it stood on its hind legs and began sniffing the air, locking its eyes on him.
Freaking black bear. And normally, and I have run into plenty of bear on these treks because this area I'm in, there's just so many of them, but I run into this black bear about 30, 40 yards up in front of me, coming out of like a pine grove area, and I'm freaking clapping and yelling, trying to scare him off. And normally 100% of the time these black bear, they run off. They're very skittish, but this guy stood up on his hind legs and like started sniffing the air in my direction, which is not what you want them to do.
The predator didn't leave. It began to stalk him, moving through a ravine to cut off his planned route and forcing him off his map into unknown territory.
Being able to go right and pick up on the higher terrain where I left off to finish my loop, he basically cut me off, and I had to go off, essentially off my freaking map here. So probably won't be able to see this on camera. I'm sorry guys, my adrenaline is just up right now because I've never had a bear do that to me. It felt like he wanted to like stalk me. But let me see.
Panic set in when Adam stopped to rest and heard the brush snapping directly behind him. The bear had followed him through the thicket. He was forced to fire warning shots to break the stalking behavior of a creature that had lost its fear of humans.
I was just taking my time, and then fucking I turn around and he's fucking there. So we fucking a couple warning shots on that motherfucker. And that did it. I mean, you shouldn't fucking do warning shots on a bear because they get desensitized to it. So you're not supposed to do that. But I've never fucking been.
Shaken and running on pure adrenaline, Adam pushed through a swamp, following his compass south until he finally saw the dirt logging road. He reached his vehicle, vowing never to venture into that stretch of woods again.
Oh, fuck. All right, this is it. Nice. We're at the fucking road.
A new video surfaced on YouTube from the channel Moxley's Paranormal World, where investigators Moxley and Ming set up camp at the Pretoria pits. This site marks a 1910 mining disaster where 344 souls perished, leaving the forest thick with a heavy residual dread.
We're going on a haunted camp up at the Pretoria pits. This place has got so many reports of hauntings dating all the way back to 1910 when the original pit disaster happened. Even before that, the workers down in the pits, they were witnessing paranormal activity. We're going to find somewhere to camp, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the stories of the hauntings up here, and then we'll do a bit of a paranormal investigation, a ghost hunt. Right, just before we get into the trail to where we're camping tonight,
they trekked past abandoned relics and a lake haunted by rumors of a white lady. The history of the pit disaster felt alive beneath their feet.
It scared me then. That was very loud, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really loud.
I was like, hey.
Yeah.
So there is people in the woods. That will explain what I seen going past then. Hey Ming,
Yo.
we've walked in here.
Yeah.
We're away from the trail.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm stood over there before that whistle. And I swear, through the trees, something went through the trees.
Okay.
I can't rule out somebody on a push bike.
Right.
But then
It's possible.
that whistling,
Yeah.
that whistle. So there's definitely people out here.
I've just heard them over there. I think it might have been somebody just whistling to others.
Yeah.
Possibly.
That's more than likely the case, but
It is. They might have got just a little bit too far behind
Yeah.
and whistled to slow them down. But who
yeah,
knows?
yeah. Well,
We're here anyway.
we're here.
Yeah.
Let's get.
As they scouted for a campsite, a sharp, human-like whistle cut through the trees. It was followed by a shadow figure darting between the trunks, silent and impossible to track.
Literally just sat at my tent, just talking. Not about anything particular, just talk about normal day life and stuff like that. And we heard a noise, we've put it down to an animal. Then we've heard something else. Then, again, animals, stuff like that. We just sat here, and just in front, that was definite lights, wasn't it?
That was definite light. It's still there.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
Can't really see it on the camera, but
I can.
they'll know we're there now.
I'm not sure. But the time zoom in for it. I don't think it's going to do it, mate.
It was moving through the trees, so we're definitely not alone out there. But it's just worrying.
Nightfall brought a shift in the atmosphere. Flickering orange lights appeared deep in the brush, moving with a rhythm that didn't match any hiker or animal.
See how dark that is then. Compassion. Right, so we're hearing some weird noises out here. Is it you walking around?
It's a bad idea.
It's a... What's a bad idea coming out here? camping out here overnight? Are you trying to warn us not to do it? Paul.
Smell.
Smell. Who's here with me? Who's out here in this forest?
We're all around you.
What?
They reached for a spirit communication device to test the air. The forest answered back immediately. We are all around you.
Okay.
I knew I heard something. When I was laying in the tent, I knew I heard something. Yeah, there is. I'm going to flash back over towards them. They're over there, where my torch is now. Yeah, you can see it. See them? Yeah, they're coming this way. I told you, didn't I? When I was in the tent, I thought I could hear stuff over there. I was literally just going to walk over because I thought I could hear something. Just sat there.
Yeah.
I kept hearing like branches cracking.
Right, okay.
I thought, come on. So right, let's go for a walk over.
Yeah.
Let's go check the area out. Let's do a bit of a ghost hunt.
Right.
Literally come out the tent,
Yeah.
looked over, and they're there.
Right.
There's people right there.
Oh, yeah.
See them?
Yeah, I see them.
Yeah, that's getting brighter and brighter. Whoa,
Hello.
they've gone off.
No, no. Have
Oh.
they?
They've just turned the torches off.
Oh, yeah, so they have. Yeah.
A thunderstorm rolled in, but the intruders didn't leave. 2 sets of torches emerged from the blackness, strobe lighting the camp from the tree line before vanishing into the rain.
Did you hear that? Let's listen to this back. That was so strange. Yeah. What was that? Right, let's go back to the beginning of this. No way. Right. Let's go back to the tent. I need to show Ming this real quick. I did hear that with my own ears though. That was like somebody went, hello, hello. And it's been picked up on here. Right. Let's see if Ming makes any sense out of it as well.
Right, go
listen
on.
to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there. I can't wait to get that home and check it out. That was like somebody went, hello, hello. Like
Right.
that. But didn't only just hear it on the EVP. I
Yeah.
heard it because I reacted. I was like, what was
Right,
that?
okay. Right.
So there's definitely something
Yeah.
or someone
Yeah.
out here.
I'm just wondering whether them from before are still around.
Not seen any
But
torches
there's
though.
been no torches. There's
No,
been no
nothing.
sign of them since.
And why? The minute I go out and try and do a bit of a ghost hunt,
Yeah.
does it happen? Well, it's just so odd that it just happened
Yeah.
when I'm out here. Oh, that was interesting. But I need to get myself a cup of coffee because it is getting on now. So coffee time, and I'm going to listen to that EVP back a few more times as well, I think, because that was interesting. Me and Ming's just been listening back to this EVP. Honestly, this is actually incredible. Listen one more time. right there. It sounds like to me a low. Oh, I've just got no words for that. That's incredible. But I heard it as well. So it wasn't just through the EVP, I heard it out in the woods.
In the early hours, Moxley captured a clear, disembodied hello that echoed both on his device and in the physical air. They packed up at dawn, convinced they had been followed the entire night. YouTubers Michael and Ashley from Stealth Camping Sweethearts arrived at Peaceful Hills Retreat to celebrate Ashley's 40th birthday. They chose a secluded spot next to a small, trickling waterfall, miles away from the nearest town.
For her birthday, and
we're here at the Peaceful Hills Retreat. We got our own tiny little waterfall. Got a little bit of a fall.
this will be our campsite for the night. So maybe it'll be a good night.
The night started perfectly with pizza, cupcakes, and toasts of birthday cake moonshine. The woods felt calm and celebratory.
Yeah.
We got birthday cake and some banana pudding.
Nanner pudding.
Nanner pudding.
That is the best moonshine there is.
Tennessee Shine Company makes a chocolate one though that's good.
Yeah, Cocoa Moo or something like that. Choco Moo? Choco Moo?
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
But we haven't drank in like a year.
Over a year.
I think the last time was my birthday.
Yeah, so it's been a year to the day. So on your birthday,
Then the atmosphere shifted. A silent, unblinking light moved across the sky before vanishing instantly, followed by a sudden shooting star.
I don't know. It's gone. We just saw a UFO.
What the hell? Where'd it go?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh.
Look, you're standing by a fire. Ain't even started drinking yet. See, this one we can't drink, people. We don't even know how to act when we're sober. Think we're seeing damn UFOs.
Well, it looked like it disappeared.
They did disappear. So that's an airplane right there. Wait, beeping, but blinking. But it's blinking, but the other one wasn't blinking.
Oh, man. Could have been a UFO, you don't know.
I mean, it's still right there.
It scared me. Shooting star!
I just seen that.
Oh, I wish we'd have had the camera up. That was awesome.
Did you make a wish for your birthday?
I didn't do it fast enough. I was too excited.
I seen it right there at the end.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
We saw it.
The peace was shattered by the sound of tires squealing for 5 straight minutes in the distance. It didn't sound like a road. It sounded like someone was circling in the dark.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's squealing tires, but... Right?
Well, it sounds like,
but nobody squeals tires for freaking 5 minutes.
What's that?
What the heck is that?
Something motorized, I don't know.
That's when it happened. A thunderous gunshot rang out from the tree line, immediately followed by the frantic, blood-chilling screams of a coyote pack.
Shit's getting crazy. We heard a gunshot and now whatever animal that is going nuts.
Coyote. Or a bunch of guys yelling.
No, it was an animal. I think it was coyote.
Well, it was crazy though.
Yeah, it was. I don't hear it no more.
I think I hear 4. Like, what are these people doing?
I don't know.
Mm. Where's it coming from?
Sounds like it's coming like to the east of us. Yeah, that way somewhere, but I don't know. I mean, we heard that loud ass gunshot, and then they went nuts.
Oh.
Near midnight, the sounds became even stranger. Disembodied, high-pitched voices that sounded like distorted chatter drifted toward their tent from the dead-end road.
Do y'all hear that? What the freak was that?
Sound like somebody.
That was creepy.
I don't know, there's some weird ass damn noises around here.
We're just up here trying to start our fire back up. And there's some creepy freaking voices. And I get it. There's probably the other campers or whatever, but the voice is creepy. Well, the weird voices.
They retreated to their sleeping bags, listening to the forest pace outside until the sun finally hit the waterfall at dawn.